The routine task inventory was originally created by Claudia Allen in 1989. In 2006, Numi Katz created the routine task inventory expanded to include communication and work readiness assessment. The RTI-E is commonly used within mental health settings, community programs with the elderly, and skilled nursing facilities. It was intended for individuals with a cognitive disability and is frequently used for those with depression, dementia, strokes, and schizophrenia. The RTI-E assesses cognitive abilities within the context of daily routine activities and aims to promote safe, routine performance and participation of an individual's everyday occupations. Information about the client is gathered through self-report, caregiver report, and therapist observations. Hi Danielle, my name is Sherry. I'm going to be your OT today.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you too. So today we're going to get started with an assessment called the Routine Task Inventory. Basically, I'm just going to use it to ask you a few questions about your everyday routines and activities. And over the next few sessions, I'm going to watch you doing those routines and activities. It'll be pretty easy.
Okay, sounds good.
Awesome. So we can go ahead and get started. You can just act like I'm not here and go about your typical routines.
Okay, cool.
The physical scale is used to determine the level of assistance needed for the individual to participate in activities of daily living, such as grooming, dressing, bathing, walking and exercising, feeding, toileting, taking medications, and using adaptive equipment. The RTI-E manual provides very descriptive examples of differing levels of occupational performance for each category. I will use this as a guide when interviewing and observing my client. It is possible that behaviors from two different levels are appropriate for the client. In this case, they will earn an intermediate score. For example, when looking at the grooming activity within the physical scale, it's possible that a client initiates and completes grooming without assistance. This would typically earn them the score of a 5. However, if they neglect the back of the head, for example, this is in the score of a 4. In this scenario, the client would earn a score of 4.5 for the grooming activity. Danielle is able to initiate and complete personal grooming tasks without any assistance. She's able to select her own clothing and get dressed without error or assistance. She's able to bathe without assistance and uses shampoo, deodorant, and other toiletries. Danielle monitors the size of her food portions and makes sure that she has a balanced diet. She eats with good manners, cuts her own food, opens containers, and uses seasoning and condiments. The communication scale rates the individual's ability to listen, talk, read, and write. She successfully communicates with her peer by listening and comprehending what is said while talking and expressing herself. She is able to read and comprehend new information and apply it for future actions. Danielle is able to type and write multiple paragraphs and follow an organized format while doing so. She's able to do this in a timely manner. The community scale determines the individual's level of assistance needed to participate in instrumental activities of daily living, such as housekeeping, preparing food, spending money, doing laundry, traveling, shopping, telephoning, and childcare. She organizes her home environment, plans a schedule for completing chores, and anticipates long-term maintenance. She's able to plan a menu for adequate nutrition and anticipates substitutions and problems. She does her laundry independently, anticipates shrinking, follows the instructions on the labels, and anticipates the clothing's needs. So tell me a little bit about when you travel throughout the community and have to go somewhere new.
So I normally just put in like the address in my GPS on my phone, and then it'll show up on my car screen. And so I normally just follow that if I don't know the address.
Okay, great. And that's pretty easy for you?
Yeah, I just have to look back and forth.
Okay, that makes sense. Tell me about your typical grocery shopping experience.
I normally just drive to the grocery store, bring a bag with me. I normally have a list with me, and so I kind of put the list in order as to where everything is in the store, and then I just check them off as I get it.
Okay, that sounds like a good way to approach it. And do you normally shop just for the day, for the week?
Usually for a week, sometimes a little over a week.
Okay, do you like to plan your shopping in advance?
Yeah, it makes it a lot easier for me.
Okay. The work readiness scale assesses an individual's ability to participate in maintaining a schedule, following instruction, performing simple and complex tasks, getting along with coworkers, following safety precautions and responding to emergencies, and planning work and supervising others. Danielle uses a planner to keep track of her school schedule and make a list of priorities. This helps her plan ahead for any time constraints. She's able to follow verbal, written, and diagrammed instructions to obtain new information and clarification. So tell me about your relationship with your coworkers.
I think we work pretty well together. We kind of just work as a team and, let everyone get our opinions in and kind of compromise.
Okay, that's a good. When you're in a leadership role, how does that work?
Kind of similar, I guess. I still like to hear everyone's voice and make sure everyone's voice is heard, and I'm not just in charge and making all the decisions, so I still like to keep it as a team decision.
Okay. All right, Danielle, well, thank you so much for your participation and giving me such great information. I've got everything I need, and I think this is going to be a great foundation for us to build off of in our future sessions.
Yeah, thank you for coming. I can't wait to do this again.
See you next time.
See ya.
Once I've gathered all of the client or caregiver reported information from the interview and observed at least 4 tasks from each of the areas, ADLs, IADLs, communication, and work readiness, I'm ready to score the assessment. The client's level of performance in each of the activities earns them a score, and the mean of the scores is used to assess their level of assistance needed in each area. Because this assessment looks into such a wide variety of occupations, it is likely that the assessment will be completed in more than one session, by more than one therapist, and in multiple contexts or environments. As I've demonstrated through client self-report and therapist observation, the assessment can be completed by more than one method as well.